I welcome all of you to the second section of the first chapter of Mastery, the Keys to Mastery. There are 6 chapters in the book of Mastery and each chapter has 3 sections. The first section has a story of a legendary icon who exemplifies the overall concept of the phase that is involved. The second section gives us the keys to mastery, which helps us to understand and analyze the concept of the particular phase. And the third section deals with the strategies which will find immediate practical application. There are several ideas which are presented in the form of strategies which can be implemented towards the accomplishment of mastery. I welcome all of you to the keys of mastery of the first chapter, dealing with discovering your calling, the life's task, guided by the hidden force which acts as a GPS to guide us and helps us to navigate in the journey of mastery. Keys to mastery. Mastery of what? Here are certain important keys which are going to help you to discover your calling, your life's task, with the help of a hidden force which will act as a GPS to navigate in your journey of mastery. Here are the very important keys towards the first chapter of mastery. The first chapter of mastery, we already have known the life story of the greatest legend, Leonardo da Vinci. He was a legend and his life was guided by this hidden force. And he was very much aligned with his natural inclinations, which made him explore nature and bring life in his sketches. So he dedicated his life into this journey of mastery based on the guidelines given by the hidden force. Like every seed has a program of evolving or completely expressing its potential into a huge tree, already the program is there wrapped up in the seed. So very much our unique expressions in life, our inner calling our uniqueness is expressed in the form of the genetic programming. The DNA forms the genetic blueprint which actually determines our uniqueness. Our uniqueness is determined by a genetic blueprint. Being aligned to it helps us to express this assertive energy in a more creative and efficient way. So the very first important key is to identify your uniqueness, identify your unique programming, so that you get in touch with your inner core of you, who you are. There is a basic nature to your character. Once you identify it and match it with the career choice, everything becomes easy. So being aligned to your natural interest is one of the first steps towards mastery. And it is very important. So what happens is this inner calling is very active when you are a child, because you can see it as glimpses in your childhood, because you'll be active in dance. Few of them have who are mathematical geniuses can see patterns of numbers, and there are others who are interested in singing. They have a basic sense of rhythm, and sports individuals are very active and dynamic in sports. So you can see this glimpses of your natural inclinations during your childhood. Paying heed to it and nurturing yourself in these lines helps you to discover your journey of mastery. You are very easily going to complete your journey of mastery because it is very much inclined to your genetic programming. So this is one of the easiest steps to achieve mastery. This is one of the best steps to achieve mastery because it is in line with the core of who you are. And that's how the first step to mastery is to discover your inner calling, the life's task, with the help of this hidden force. And it's very important that this hidden force, the voice, it comes as a voice, a calling. So you might have heard of people in the church. They just get into the activities of the church because they heard it as a voice from the God. But you should know that it is the vocation. A vocation means a calling. They had a calling for that particular job. So this is nothing but more than the voice of the God. It's a deep inner voice which tells them, which attracts them to a particular field of interest. So they are, in fact, it's called as a vocation. Vocation means, in Latin, it's a calling or a call, because they are attracted to that particular field, because they felt it as an inner voice. The inner voice is so strong, they feel it so strong that they are directed into a particular path. The strength of this voice is mellowed down by conformism, because there is an unconscious effort of human beings to become conforms. We conform to the influences from parents, from our friends, the peer influences, as well as societal influences, which helps us to make a career choice. We deviate from this inner voice and we join a job which is more comfortable and lucrative. Initially, we are very happy because it pays us off. It has a very good payoff initially. But in the long run, what happens? We lose interest in it because we are not enjoying what we do. We try to find out other source of enjoyment. So we try to find out enjoyment out of work. When this happens, our focus on the work diminishes, and the quality and the efficiency, the results which we get from work, also diminishes. So when you are trying to enjoy your work and your work becomes a source of enjoyment, you're so passionate about your work, the best comes out, because you are investing your time and all your energies and resources, which is also giving you in a sense of satisfaction. So it's very important to stop, there are several voices which are going to diminish this inner voice, like the societal influences, the parents telling you, and your friends. So you get influenced. So it's very important to block these things. And the second important thing is, there are 3 stages to discover your inner calling. First is, you can identify several patterns in your childhood. There are several patterns which you would have seen. You are very good at dance, maybe you're very good at numbers, or you have a business acumen. So when you find yourself few things, as a child you were very good at, it is in the form of a natural talent that you have. Try to groom it so well. So that's very, very important. And the second important thing is, the second stage involves identifying the career path which matches with your interests. So you make a choice. If you have not made a choice like that, it's very important that you redirect yourself. Try out a career choice which closely matches with your interests, which closely matches with the inner core of yours. And the third important thing is, know that the journey of mastery is not a straight line. It will have several twists and turns. So it's important that the moment you've made a career choice, start doing it, so that as you keep doing, you start learning new skills. So it helps you it empowers you with your skills, and it will also help you to gain confidence, because the moment you start performing and you get results, you start getting confidence, and also become supportive, because initially you have to start a career, you also get the financial aid along with that. But if you start loftier, you will not have learned the lessons which are required. You will not know how to handle different situations, so different grades of situations. So when you start, it is easy for you. You make minor improvements. When you consistently progress to making smaller improvements, so that progressively you become a master. So this is called the law of compounding. So consistently it helps you to excel in the particular field. And there's one more reason why you start. So once you start in the particular journey, in the particular path, or you have already made a career choice, what happens? There are certain side fields which attract you. So slowly you maneuver yourself, and there are fields which attract you and fields which deflect you. So it will almost lead you in and helps you to create a niche in the particular career path. So this is what happens. So it actually paves the way, and it will align you, and it will help you to reach a particular career which you are already interested. So you have make a career choice which matches with your interests. So first important thing, the first stage is to identify your interests. Look for patterns in your past, look for patterns in your childhood, and just connect to your inner calling. Just connect to your inner voice. The second stage is to make the career choice which matches or which is compatible with your interests. And the third thing is, know that it has several twists and turns. Do not give up. You have to persist in it. And the other important thing is, you have to slowly maneuver it through. Start, begin, and keep moving, improvising yourself step by step and progressively until you become the master of the field. Until at one point you feel that you have reached, you reach a level where you feel that you can make decisions independent of the group. You don't need help from others. So you become totally independent and creative. So you feel that you can start on your own. You have the childlike excitement and vigor to do the task. And then you feel that everything falls in place. You feel it's perfectly right. A feeling, you feel that this was made for me. This was the right choice. You feel everything is right. You feel the decision making is easier. You feel that you are easily able to do everything neatly, and you involve yourselves in learning as well as going deep into the subject. And these are the signs that it is suited for you. You know that it suits you, and then you can progress. And then invest a lot of time, and then you know that whenever you find the results, and the results come very easily, you don't even have to, you feel it's actually coming from, whenever you're doing this work, you feel that you're highly energized, and you feel that you're in a state of inspiration. So this gives you, this actually is an indication that you have found your career choice, you have found your life's task. So once you have found your life task, everything becomes easy because you enjoy your work, and the best comes out of you, and this is the best gift you can in turn give it to the society. It is a unique expression of yours because you are uniquely programmed for a particular life task. Identify this life task as the first step to mastery. These are the different keys to mastery which are going to help you to discover your life's calling.